You look awesome. Turn around,
No,
Tim.
is he a sniper?
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at those pants. Colts were up 33-0. Everything that could potentially go wrong did go wrong for the Indianapolis Colts in the second half, and everything that could go right did go right for the Minnesota Vikings, where everything that could go wrong for the Minnesota Vikings did go wrong in the first half. A tale of two halves, a tale of clusterfuckery, a tale of what the hell is going on with the Colts organization.
Oh, no.
I don't know what the problem is. Could they be sick of everything that's gone on over the last 3 years? Maybe. Adam?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to say to me or any other Colts fans?
What happened?
No! Steal it!
I was wearing the cleats, and I'm thinking, man, like, I'm going to wear these cleats, and we're going to get rocked 33-0. But thankfully, we came back and got it done somehow.
Worst play in the history of the NFL is how it ended. You guys didn't deserve to win. This is just a run play to run out the game. Yeah. Why not take a knee? Why aren't we taking a knee? Oh, no!
That's one of those plays that you look back on like, I remember when it all changed. I remember when we were the New England Patriots. And then let me tell you about something that happened in Las Vegas.
Why did they not throw Hail Mary? He can't make it there, AJ?
Wouldn't you assume everybody in the NFL can throw 55, 60 yards?
Yeah, the kneel down is the thing that really, grinds my fucking gears.
If you're just going to run it out and they're going to say get down anyways, why not just fucking kneel?
Yeah. Exactly. What the fuck is the thinking?
That's a touchdown.
That doesn't help.
Yes, it does. What are you talking about? The bottom of his boot is black and it's on the white.
That's a touchdown.
That's sick,
No,
baby.
it's not you. Your finger just went over the shoe while you're on the line. Yep. Boom, his shoe's right there on the line. His shoe is right fucking there on the line.
Yeah, that's card.
You can see it. Boom, boom, boom. Foot.
Where? Right here?
On the line. What? Right there. You just put your fucking finger on it.
Dude,
It's on the line. You can see black because his boot is black. That's why you can see black. Not because he's in. Oh, yeah, well, his foot's in the fucking ground because it's grass, so your fucking cleats go into the ground.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, I see the white line right there where your finger goes over the black.
This is the shoe?
Right, yeah, that into, boom. Forward, stop. That's his fucking shoe on the white line, okay?
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck we're all looking at here. Follow the fucking line on the sideline like you just did. Boom, out. No, you just ducked underneath it. I see what you're doing. Follow the fucking white line. As soon as you get, boom. Yep, keep going. Boom, right there. His foot's on the fucking line.
Boom.
That's his foot on the line. He's on the line.
I think that's a touchdown.
They were gonna
That's
make it
not a
6.
fucking touchdown.
They were gonna.
I don't
you
know
can't-
if that's a touchdown. Zoom down.
No, it's not a fucking. What do you mean you don't know if it's a touchdown?
I don't know.
It's not a
I
fucking
don't know.
touchdown. That's what you mean.
The refs are finally facing some scrutiny. Hasn't been a lot this season, but boy, this weekend, we had to write down. Seemingly, Terry McLaurin thought he was good. Seemingly, the ref does nod and say, yes, you're good. Then he calls it. That's not the only one, though. Keelan Cole, Vikings with the 2 fumble recovers. Face mask called and the Vikings punt return. Josh Allen, intentional grounding, caused some heat on the internet. Bill's secondary not getting called for PI whenever they're being draped over there. Feels like in the biggest games now that we're about to get into, the refs are about to get spotlighted more. There's people on the internet who are like, do you know the NFL is actually a form of entertainment when it talks about its taxes? Since it's entertainment and not a sport, they actually rig games. There's people that actually believe that, and I think what adds fuel to that particular fire, these refs aren't full-time, they have other jobs.
And like some have well-paying jobs, so you'd have to pay them enough to where they could be like, all right, well, I'm not going to be a lawyer now.
Got our quarterback getting fingered.
Hey, anything it takes to win.
Did it cause him to fumble? Because everything else has.
His eyes are closed.
Well, not only closed, but also there's a human in between him. He's trying to get to a quarterback.
It doesn't help that his thumb and index finger have like the tip cut off either.
Yeah, he's got like the copper fit gloves on.
That's right.
So he can get good feel. You know, he wants to have good feel for these types of things. And I don't know when this was in the game. This could have been a turning point, though.
Yeah, I thought Pat Peterson at halftime said we need 5 touchdowns from the offense. Someone on this defense needs to step up and put their fingies in Matt Ryan's butthole, and then we might have a chance to win this game.
Somebody needs to check the oil.
Matt Ryan's also got that disease.
What's that?
Fucking no acetol.
No acetol, yeah. He does have small little legs, doesn't he?
He was leaking poop after that.
What's going on with your hand signal? Or like all your signals? How do you do that? Are you the only one that knows what's going on?
They wrote a lot about this.
It is by far the dumbest nothing burger article that I've read in the entire season. I won't say in my career, because, I mean, last year there were some of the dumbest articles you possibly imagine. I don't know if you ever topped the COVID to a Wall Street Journal. But this was the dumbest article of the year by far.
It alleged that you will use signals from like 2-3 years ago and none of the wide receivers know what it means. The young guys specifically don't know what it means. Is every word in that article bullshit?
95% of the article is absolute complete horseshit. The other 5% is exaggerated nothingness. Every signal that's used in the game is probably used in practice that week. The entire season, we've maybe missed 1 or 2 signals on the year. It's not hard at all.
Same team's superfan family as a fucking bank robber. Chiefsaholic, also known as Xavier Michael Babudar, is a career criminal who was disguising himself as a fucking wolf who loved the Kansas City Chiefs more than Red Extreme, more than X Factor, was actually caught red-handed with a gun robbing a bank in Texas on Friday. The internet yesterday was saying this motherfucker Chiefsaholic was wearing the same thing that he wears to games. He was walking right into banks with his costume on. He says, I need fucking all the money you got. Do you know how much your stadium charges for beers? Do you know how much your stadium charges for nachos? And I'm a wolf. You know I gotta howl every once in a while. And I'm not sitting up in the fucking nosebleeds. No. Give me all your money. Friday, one day before the game, the Chiefs played against the Texans down there. He gets locked up. The Chiefs fans were worried about Chiefsaholic. The Chiefs fans called the police. They didn't know his actual name. He had just gone by Chiefsaholic for so long. They wanted to report that he had gone missing and they were worried about him. And then one of them said, worry no longer. We have found Chiefsaholic. He is sitting in a fucking jail cell right now with a $200,000 bond. Giovanni Bernard was the PP, the personal protector for the punt that was not successful for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He seemingly was the only person on the field that didn't know the ball was being snapped to him. After the game, got dressed, was on his way out of the locker room. Now, if this is handled in a proper fashion, you be the judge. Just have your ears open for how Gio's being talked to here. Just the tone of talking to this professional athlete who's played a lot of football.
Long time.
Long time.
I'll talk to you this week.
Well, you were injured all year.
What have you done for us to talk to you about all year? I talked to you Tuesday. Don't say you're not talking because I didn't talk to you all year.
You were also injured most of the season, too.
Just relax.
Can I go to my family that I have outside and
You
all
can.
of a sudden now?
Just don't say we didn't talk to you all year.
We just wanted to ask for your perspective on what happened there.
You're involved in one of the biggest plays of the game.
Okay. Thank you, Jew.
I appreciate your time, we do.
We won't hold you.
We would have talked to you in the season, but also you were injured.
Just tell us what occurred on the punt.
Miscommunication, that's all it was.
The tone of entitlement. Why would we talk to you? What have you, you haven't done shit, basically, okay, bro.
Listen, your job as journalists, I get it. We have to answer hard questions as professional athletes. I'm 100% all for that. But to sit there and repeatedly fucking go at him about, well, you've been injured all year. Belittle almost a guy who's played over a decade in the NFL at a very high level.
Why can't you just say, hey, Gio, before you get out of here, can we just get a quote on the punt that obviously didn't go well? As opposed to, why would we talk to you all year? You've been injured. You haven't done anything. You're a part of the biggest play. Here's Paul Kuharski of Outkick, who has covered the Tennessee Titans for a long time, and the reigning coach of the year, Mike Vrabel, having an interaction at a press conference just yesterday. And this is what life is like whenever you lose games with the media and as reigning coach of the year.
Having that conversation about not making the big mistakes and things like that for a couple weeks now. The offense goes out and you get a penalty from one of your key guys on the first series, end up in 2nd and 22 or whatever. What's that say about kind of the message getting through and guys kind of not doing the things that you've been talking about for 3 weeks?
Yeah, that's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible long question.
I fucking love Rabes, dude. Love Paul. Sat in the pocket, asked his question. Obviously, the tone of the question is certainly fascinating with the reigning coach of the year acting as if he's lost the locker room, kind of is what he was hinting at.
Oh, yeah.
And then Vrabel fucking coming back. I enjoy this type of stuff, AJ.
Yeah, it's always the tone of the question, I think. It's not really what is asked. It's always kind of you could tell the tone of it.
This happened in Buffalo with Josh Allen at a press conference last week. Listen to how somebody feels okay enough to talk to fucking Josh Allen as a media. Josh Allen, MVP candidate.
It doesn't look like an offense that's good enough to win the Super Bowl right now.
Okay.
Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm surprised Josh didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know, like Josh.
Is that a question?
That was it?
He asked a question about the offense. Josh gave an answer. Then the follow-up was, this doesn't look like an offense that can win a Super Bowl. And Josh like, okay. It's like, Josh handling that, I think he took the high road, and I appreciate that. But just the thought that I should say this to Josh Allen, just that sort of entitlement to even think you should say that, I find amazing. But with the Gio situation, with this situation, with the Vrabel situation, it's like, hey, we all got to remember we're in this together, and also not objects, not on internet, human in-person interaction. Let's have a little respect for each other.
Oh, no.
Did you see that red light?
Oh,
Yeah, God bless that goddamn light.
Don't
that's been blinking in my eyes.
No.
God damn
God
that.
has not.
God damn that light.
Well, don't say that. God has not blessed the person that put these lights in.
The scary
At putting
part.
lights in.
You could probably put some more lights up there.
You don't say.
Those things fucking piss me off, I'll be honest.
Whoa.
They drive me insane.
Now they're all fucking
Yeah, now
blinking like
it's
crazy.
so
This one's still
fucking
going.
annoying.
Yeah, red just happened
Jesus.
again. Boom.
And
Just
that
happened
one's
again.
doing it, and this one's doing it.
What's the deal? It's the holidays. Fucking
See?
couple more days.
Someone's got to be doing that.
Yeah, someone, yeah. I
Red and
assume
blue.
Zeke's
I wish.
fucking with us.
No, it's sweet.
It's been doing it all.
The
season.
aliens?
Dabo Swinney hopping into the batter's box and hitting a 600-foot home run.
We built this program on NIL.
Look at that smile.
We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Home run.
And that's how I look at it.
My only follow-up would be, yes, that is great, Coach, but do you also have a real NIL situation going so you can pay to get the players on campus?
That is the only real NIL.
What are you talking
And then he
about?
probably went with, I do love this, the only followers I care for are the same followers that Jesus had.
Do you really?
No, but that's people on the internet who are super religious. I saw my baby girl for the first time this morning.
How about
Oh,
it?
yeah. Woo! Saw her face this morning. My wife, who has been an absolute badass through this entire thing, and anybody that knows our story understands that my wife has both, mental and physical scars to get to this point, and she has been nothing but a tough lady through it all. So incredibly proud. And then today, I walk into a hospital, have no idea what's about to happen to me when I go in there. She lays down, this lady starts doing the whole ultrasound thing. 10 minutes, 11 minutes in, face, just a full up on a TV over here where it's getting projected, and then on a screen right here that's directly connected to the ultrasound. And I was like, oh, is that our, we don't want to have to stop you here. And then I saw her as a baby right there. I saw her as a little kid. I started projecting what she looks like as a teenager. I started thinking about her as an adult. Like, I had a full mix of emotions all in a room. And then I walked out of the hospital, and I don't know if I'm ever going to, I just saw the face of what's going to change my life forever for the first time. You want to make that Pro Bowl awesome again? This is the most they've ever profited in their entire life. This is a time where I think you can invest in some things and bring them back to a standard that I think the NFL would want. And the Pro Bowl is certainly one of them. The whole, Pro Bowl is a sham thing is not a good look for the NFL. It's not how the NFL players view it, I think. NFL players, your first time getting voted in, it's a real, it actually means something.
When you get voted by your peers and you get voted by the fans and you get voted by the coaches, man, it is a huge accomplishment.
People share stories about the fucking Pro Bowl and how it was the most amazing time of all time. They're like, Pro Bowl in Hawaii is the best. And I make it. But it was the first year they decided not to do it in Hawaii. They're like, we're going to move it every single year. Didn't even have the full hotel. There was 2 other conferences happening at the hotel. So everybody was scared to death to kind of meet in public places out there. You couldn't really walk room to room because literally you're getting accosted by the autograph hounds who are scumbags.
Oh, yeah. If you up the money at the Pro Bowl, I think guys will start to play a lot harder.
What up, boys?
Hey, Pro Bowl Poe! Pro Bowl Poe! Pro Bowl Poe! Pro Bowl Poe! You made it! Hey, congratulations! Hell yeah, dude!
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, we're proud of you, man. It's just been an up and down for this guy, literally his entire career, and now he's a Pro Bowler.
Congratulations. You're the Pro Bowl special teams guy. You're the starter. You earned it, young man. Everything you've done, and I know your mom would be proud.
there's a lot of question marks that Reeves has been through. Yeah. And then this season, he becomes a dude for the special teams. And then he gets acknowledged by his peers and everything. The payoff for Reeves and the happiness that Tress Way displayed, I think is a beautiful depiction of what I was just talking about. We have to make the Pro Bowl become something that is worthy. We have to make the Pro Bowl something that people respect.
AJ, what about that time you came here and you told us that you do butt plug on the rug?
What is that exactly, Nick? Can you please tell me?
Well, you were telling us about it, so it's just...
That was a Tahoe right out on the deck.
Butt plug on the rug.
It was the second night.
What's it called again?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It was the second night out at Tahoe.
Yep.
We were all very alarmed.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Shocking.
Aaron was playing a guitar. Aaron was actually playing a guitar.
Oh, yeah.
String broke.
Jordo had just got out of the lake. He was shaking himself off with the sun. And then we were kind of
helicopter.
Sitting, yeah, he might have been. I was trying to give him his own privacy, but he wanted to be around the group. I was smoking dope, I believe. Nick, I think, was drinking a whiskey.
Right.
Connor had great energy. He was still holding the bag out there.
Yeah.
And it was like, boys, how we doing, And then, hey, just kind of a wild question. I want to get ahead of this. Like, holiday talk. Do you guys do butt plug on a rug, or is that just our house? And everybody, Jordo turned.
Yeah, string broke on the guitar.
Boom, and then he stopped playing, and then Nick dropped his whiskey.
What?
It never, ever happens. And then you went on to explain it. If you could do that for everybody right now, though.
Well, first off, Nick, is this something you came up with in the moment, or is this something you've heard before? I've never heard this butt plug
from you. You told us it's all.
Yeah.
Nick told me that.
How would that work?
Nick told me.
I literally just told.
So Nick brought it up. It's like the old deal. Whoever smelt it, dealt it when they fart when you tell kids. So Nick, what is it? You've been sticking butt plugs in your butt and then you rub your little cakes on the rug?
Okay, so that seems.
So that is
No judgment here.
1 minute before we went live, we were sitting on this stage and we heard the. And it's like, what is that sound? Is that a clock going? And then somebody who has been a homeowner of an old-ass home in the past that has seen a roof maybe give in when there's a little bit of moisture above it. It's like, oh, we have a leak. Something is falling. Yeah. And me and Connor look like Inspector Gadget started walking. That's a good one. Started walking around, and we zoned in. Boom, right there. Look at what he's wearing right now, dude.
War practice.
Dude, war practice with a couple of his buddies. You look awesome. Turn around, Tim.
Is that a sniper?
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at those pants. He just went walking through, hood up, earlier, right before we went to a break. It was hard not to notice.